And Silva, I have to say this, the devil's in the details. I love the defense attorney on cross started out with faster, faster. The fact the defendant said that, you never said that to the investigator. Today's the first time. I think it's effective. What are your thoughts?
Absolutely, Judge Ashley. I'm really impressed with this defense attorney. You know, he knows when. Judge Ashley, you and I've talked about this before. You got to know when to ask a question and when not to. He did a brilliant job with the victim's mom saying no questions. He did a beautiful job with the surviving victims saying no questions for most of them. And with this person, he's doing an excellent job. And by saying, number one, contradictory issues, by not saying this, it's one of the most important facts of this case, 103 miles per hour, when the incident happened, when your memory was so clear, without the plea deal, where was that statement? The other thing he did beautifully is he set up a picture. So you're saying he had one hand on the wheel, one hand on the rock, and launched it one hand while going 103 miles per hour. He's setting up a diagram of inconsistencies, which is beautifully done.
Oh, what a great point. I didn't think about the diagram part, and he's described in great detail where he says he was sitting to see the speedometer, who was sitting in the passenger seat, the fact that this particular defendant was sitting in the driver's seat, the size of the rocks. And Silva, that's the other thing I keep getting caught up on is the size of the rock. You keep hearing they're landscaping rocks, they're big. Well, the jury sees it, it's in the bag. We didn't get a great view, but it was described to me as you could hear it get set down. It's a big rock. That it just, again, to me, underscores the activities of these three and the fact that they had to have thought about the fact it was dangerous. It could hurt someone. This was a really bad idea.
Absolutely. And the encouragement, Judge Ashley, all of them are culpable in encouraging each other. But again, there's a little aspect to this story that you question, right? Because you're like, you can't just say that I didn't feel comfortable, but I went along. I regret it every day. There is such an inconsistency as to state of mind. And I think the defense attorney can really run with this and close. They are all culpable, and they're all culpable equally. But to pinpoint his client first degree, you know, he might have a really strong argument in front of that jury.
And I don't know what the plea negotiations were, but I will say that Carol Chick did get murder in the second degree. Are you surprised they weren't able to work out some type of plea deal as to this defendant?
I am, Judge Ashley, but you know, I have a multi-defendant case with some very young clients, and sometimes the prosecutors, they just want a conviction to show the victim family, look, we got first degree, and sometimes they feel they have to pick the person that they think is most culpable, so they won't offer a similar deal. Maybe this client didn't talk enough to the detectives or wasn't as cooperative, and maybe, again, they think he is more culpable. So they're going to put all their eggs in this one defendant and try to get that conviction that they think is best for the victim.
Oh, what a great point, Silva. That could be involved in this and why he didn't get a plea or make a plea. All right. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Greatly appreciate you as always.